What's up, fellas?
What's up?
What is going on?
Man, you got the bubble on Matt's face.
It's okay. Nobody wants to look at it anyway. Don't worry about it. There we go. Nobody wants to see it anyway. Don't worry about it.
There he is. So what's up, man? We look a little different today. Today is a different day because I see one of these squares is not like the other.
Yeah.
Can you guess which one?
Eventually, you'll have only one square and 4 people in it.
Yeah, eventually.
Okay? We're just testing it out as we go, like one at a time, right?
Yeah,
like
we should have done this. We should have streamed live. What's that place called? Valley Forge? We should have went and streamed from like Washington's quarters.
Yeah, should have broke in. Just did it.
Well, how y'all doing?
We were supposed to go there, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't make it. Doing good. Up here in good old Philadelphia.
Okay.
Well, Malvern.
I don't know if it's good and old.
The weather's awesome, bro. I ain't complaining. It's just been like 68 degrees, nice and cool at night, and bro, it's been nice.
Okay.
It was probably like Ty's trip. Like the weather was freaking awesome.
Ty, your beard is looking magnificent today, bro. Just wanted to let you.
Thanks. I've actually not had it cut in a while. I need to get a trim.
It looks a little more dark today, though. Like, you know what I mean? It's like a little more dark. Like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like.
Beard got a tan this past weekend, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably what it was. I'm a little more tan.
Okay. So, brother Matt, man, what's going on today, brother? I mean, today, man, it's like the sun is shining on you a little bit different today, man. I mean, I got up this morning. I was like, dang, I seen a little note on the thing. I felt like singing my brother's song. Because today, it's a very special day for my man, my brother Matt. You know what I mean? He's celebrating what birthday? You 20 what birthday?
25, bro. Come on now. I'm just like a chick. It's got to be 25 every fucking year from here on out.
That's right. Once you get to our age, whatever age we decide to be, that we feel like we need to stop counting, you just stay there. Just celebrate it every time. If you feel 23, 25, be 23.
I still got to do the math with the year and figure out how old I am because I just don't count anymore. I don't care. So, like, I'm always, like, finger counting, right? Like, now, how old am I? 47. Yeah, 47. There you go. I got to count every time. They're like, how do you not know how old you are? I'm like, I just really don't.
Well, happy birthday to you, brother.
Thank you.
Everybody, tell Brother Matt happy birthday. Shoot some love. Send him some Cash App. You take Cash App, Matt?
No, I don't take Cash App, but we do sell T-shirts. You can go buy a whole bunch of those.
Buy a whole bunch of T-shirts for Matt for his birthday. That'd be great.
There you go.
That'd be great. What's going on with you today, Big Al?
Not too much. Not too much at all. Like, you've been to Malvern, bro. Like, it's lame as hell. Like, ain't nothing going on. Like the office, they got the white noise machine. Now they did feed us pretty good. We had like some cheesesteaks today, and me and Matt went and had some. I don't know what that was. We had tacos when we first got here.
Yeah,
we've eaten good. Like my whole diet went out the window.
You always eat good when you ain't paying for it.
Yeah.
But not only that white noise. Yeah, but that white noise machine in the office. Bro, I'm in the middle of talking to someone today, and I almost fell asleep while he was talking because that noise is going, and I was like, I just feel like I need to take a nap. Just for no reason, and then he was like, "You hear that white noise?" I'm like, "That's why I felt."
Yeah, it almost sounds like rain on a roof, and I was the same way. I was in the office trying to stay into what was going on. Eyes was heavy as hell, but no, man, good. Everything good.
That's cool, man. It's good to see y'all in the same place, man. You know what I mean? It's good to see y'all together. Bam, always Al. You always seem, even though you're on with us, we know you're a little bit further away in distance. So to have you here, like, boom. Right in the middle.
Yeah, it's anytime I get to kick it with Matt, it's awesome. You know, we don't get to see each other that often. So it feels like baby vacation when we get together.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, welcome in, David. I see David is in. Kevin's in. Yeah, Kevin's in. David's in. Homefront Sip Rep Podcast is in. What's going on? And everybody who's here, I want to say to you, happy Thursday to everybody who's tuning in. This is the Triple Threat Vet Podcast. Again, we're here live in effect. We're live, man. This ain't no pre-record. We're live. So what you get is what you get. Live and in effect. We have made it through another week, so we are blessed. Not stressed, but we're blessed to be here another day to give you another podcast episode. And I'm here with my brothers, and I'm happy that we're here. And I want to tell everybody, welcome in. If you guys, if this is your first time, second time, third time, whatever time, welcome. And if you haven't told somebody, you need to tell somebody. And since you're here, you need to go ahead and like, follow and subscribe and all that good stuff to wherever you listen to us from, because we need it and we love you. That's my piece for the intro.
So, Ty, how was your trip? Because I know you got to go see some people you haven't seen in a long time this past weekend, huh?
Yeah, it was great. I deployed with Berto Fight and a guy named Timmy George way back in 2005 with the HHD of the 716th MP Battalion, and we've been talking about doing a guy trip for pretty much 20 years, and they actually did one to Las Vegas that I wasn't able to make it to, and then we kind of crisscrossed the country visiting each other, but we've never been in one place at the same time. So we finally made that happen. We went to Lake Tahoe, stayed at like a little ski lodge place out there. Went to the casinos, drove around the lake, saw all the sights, saw the water, and, kicked it, in the cabin and watched a bunch of movies and ate terribly, that kind of thing,
Any lions, tigers, and bears? Oh, my.
We saw some wildlife. I didn't see any bears. I figured, since it's California, I'd see some bears, but I saw some wildlife, but nothing of consequence. Nothing chased us. We kind of stayed on the main drag. No.
Yeah, that would have got me up out of there. No
yeah,
matter
I don't like snakes.
To get there. I see a snake, gator, bear. I'm out of there, brother. The black man is gone. That would have been the end of my ride. I ride with
black or
y'all.
white. I'm scared to death of snakes.
Man, I ride with y'all. I do all that shit that we do to collectively as brothers. But when it comes to snakes and bears and shit like that, that's when the brother has to go. I get in the car.
David says that's a nope rope.
Yeah, I get up.
Snakes are nope ropes.
I'm sorry. I love y'all, man, but, I can't do it. Yeah, so
Can't do it either.
Today we got a special guest coming in today that's going to be chilling with the brothers today. Talk a little business, talk a little bit about some self-growth and doing entrepreneurship and moving and shaking and life after the military and military service and just being a woman in today's society in the world and overcoming and going through some things. I know, Matt, you had the opportunity to be in the same command with Nadean. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
And in Miami from like 2009 to 2012.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's coming cool. So yeah. So I know I've seen Nadean on Facebook as friend. We have a bunch of people who know each other, and then we became friends on there, and then boom, the rest is history. Yes. But it's always good to highlight people who are doing great things. So I think it'd be a great time to bring in our friend, your friend, entrepreneur herself, Mrs. Nadean Barton.
Hi.
What's up?
What's up, guys?
What's up, Nadean?
Where's the glasses?
Yeah, put them on because you can see. I know you can see the future in them. I know you can see the future with them glasses on.
That's for you, Matt.
You can see the future.
There they go. Bam.
And look, she said those were the smallest reading glasses that Amazon sold. So she had to
So how are you doing today, Nadean?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. How are you guys doing?
You know us, man. We're just hanging in here, just a bunch of crazy guys doing what crazy guys do. You know what I mean? Trying to have some fun and, take over the world at some point in time. Kind of like yourself.
Right, as you should, right?
Yeah. Life's too short not to try to take it over. You know what I mean? You might as well grab it by the horns and just bam, just go with it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, we like to
What's
thank
up,
you.
Rich LaMonica?
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'd like to thank you for coming in today and hanging with the fellas. This should be fun. We're not going to interrogate you and none of that crazy stuff. We just want to get to know you, know about what you do and how you're doing it and, all the good stuff that you want to tell us. And, just kind of let the world know who you are and get to know you a little bit better, if that is okay with you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I appreciate you guys having me on.
Absolutely. Now, I know that you have watched our podcast for a while, so you kind of have an idea of how crazy and nuts we can be at times, but you have agreed to waive all of those, what would you call it? All of those
we didn't make you sign the waiver.
Yeah.
Sign the waiver.
I forgot to sign the waiver. Okay.
Yes, okay, so then.
Too late, you're here.
Yeah, she didn't sign the waiver, Al, so go ahead and you can let her have it.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to brace myself, all right?
Brace for impact.
Yeah.
So, Nadean, go ahead and just give us a little bit of history about yourself. You can go as far back as you want or as far up as you want to, but just tell us a little bit about where you're from, where you've been, a little bit about your military service, and where you're going, and things that you're doing now. However you want to give it to us.
All right, awesome. Well, as you guys know me, I'm Nadean. I'm originally from Jamaica. Came to the United States when I was 13 years old, migrated to New York, and went to high school there. And after high school, I decided to join the Navy to get away from New York. And the rest is history. I served in the Navy for 24 plus years and I retired in 2021. And from the Navy, I became an entrepreneur by accident. We'll get into that later.
So in your time in the Navy, per se, where are some of the places that you have served? I know Matt said that he served with you in Miami, but where did you kind of like start off at?
Well, actually, yeah. So I started off in New York. That's where I joined originally. Then my first duty station was Jacksonville. I started off in a helicopter squadron HS1, which I was an airman, undesignated, of course. And then, I went into the dental program probably about 9 months after I was in my first duty station. So I was a dental tech for 8 years. And after 8 years, I went to Miami. Well, while I was a dental tech, I was stationed on the USS Kitty Hawk. So 24 years in the Navy, that was my only ship. So I got, I got really lucky. So did 8 years as a dental tech. I was stationed in Japan. After Japan, I went to Italy, still as a dental tech. Went to my next station. I think it was Maryland. So you knew some people, depends on the rate, right? How hard it was to make rate. So as a dental tech, I couldn't make rank to save my life to E5 DT2, right? Back then it was DT2. Maybe some of these people don't even know what DT2 is. So I got out a higher 10-year and I went straight to Miami and I went straight into the reserve. Didn't have a break in service, drilled for 2 years. Then I crossed over to recruiting. I'm like, this seems pretty interesting. So let me try to do this and see how it'll go. And then it's history from there. I recruited until I retired. I loved it. And once I left Miami, I went to Texas. After Texas, I went to Seattle to Atlanta. Then I retired here.
We're in Texas. There's 3 recruiting districts in Texas.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Back then it was NRD Dallas.
Wow.
Now NTAG. So, yeah, I was in Dallas for 3 years. Yeah. Then I went to
That is kind of funny. Most people can be like, I went to, even if you said you recruited in Florida, there's 3 recruiting districts in Florida too.
Yeah.
But like a lot of states, like I recruited in like Ohio. You're like, oh, cool. You say, where there? Because there, there's a lot of recruiters in those states. So.
Yeah. Right. So out of those places that you recruited, which one would you say was your favorite?
Well, Miami, of course. I wanted to stay in Miami. I love Miami. I didn't want to leave. See, I was like, you got to go. Rudy was like, you got to get out here. He tried. Well, he tried to make me stay, but I put in waivers and they denied it. And I'm like, okay, I got to go. So bye, Miami.
So see, I've never been to. I've been to Miami only to get on the cruise ship to leave, but I never got a chance to see the beach. I never got a chance to walk around. From the cruise ship, I got to see like all the Miami stuff as it was leaving, but I never got to experience like the Miami life, nightlife, club life, any of that. So when you talk about that being one of your favorite places, was it the recruiting there, or was it all the other stuff that Miami had to offer?
All around. I'm from Jamaica, so I love the culture. I love the scenery, the beaches, everything. So it kind of reminded me of home. Plus I had friends, I have family there. So, it's just a given. So, and plus the command too. I love NRD Miami at the time, now NTAG. So I love NRD Miami. Great camaraderie with the people that I worked with. And I could say hands down, that was the best duty station I've been to outside of being a dental tech in recruiting. So, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And then you did your time in Miami. Miami wasn't the last place that you recruited, right? That wasn't the last one. The last place that you recruited was where?
In Atlanta, here in Atlanta.
Okay, so you retired from Atlanta.
Yes.
Okay. So how did you feel about Atlanta? See, for me, I liked Atlanta. But Atlanta was one of those places to where you can think that you're going to leave and be in the slow lane. and you end up in the fast lane after eating some hot wings somewhere, and then you're in the super fast lane, and next thing you know, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. You're like, oh my gosh.
Were you talking about the place in general, or are you talking about the command?
I'm just talking about Atlanta in a whole. Just being in Atlanta, you can leave your house. You can leave your house on 5 and be at 15 in a matter of 3 hours in Atlanta.
Yeah, traffic here is horrible. I hate it. I mean, but the good thing is, I'm grateful that, I don't have to deal with it. I dealt with it when I was in the command, driving from point A to point B and stuck in traffic for an hour. You have to leave bright and early. So I was grateful after I retired. I worked from home for like 2 years and I didn't have to deal with the dumb traffic here. So that was good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to mess with the rush hour and none of that stuff.
So you've been retired now for how long?
Since 2021, July 31st.
Gotcha. Okay. So now,
me and Nadean retired at the same time. That's when I retired.
Oh, real? Oh,
July 31st, 2021.
Yeah. Look at
So
that.
you
Time by fast, huh?
I'm glad it's gone.
I'm telling you, I couldn't wait.
So you said that you worked somewhere for a year, and so now I'm assuming that you don't work anywhere but for yourself now.
Right. So for 2 years, actually, I worked for a recruiting company, corporate recruiting company, Manpower, which was, it's a staffing agency, and under that, because you guys are familiar with the SkillBridge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So before I retired, I came out under the SkillBridge program. And by the way, if any active duty veterans are watching, the SkillBridge is a great program to get into to help you navigate getting out of the military and transitioning from active duty to civilian life. So the SkillBridge is a great program. So I got out under the SkillBridge program and the hiring our heroes. Yeah, HOH program. Hiring our heroes under the SkillBridge program. And I actually did an internship with recruiting in the civilian sector for 3 months under the SkillBridge program. So once I was finished with that, I navigated to Manpower, and I recruited with an agency, a company under that, FIS, which was a finance company. And then the next one under that was, what was the last one? Samsung. So Samsung Semiconductor. Matter of fact, they're in Texas. So that was the last place that I was placed under Manpower, was Samsung Semiconductor. I did that for a year, and then they laid off 10 people back in December. So I haven't worked since December for a 9-to-5 job. So I've just been working for myself and enjoying this retirement.
There you go. So how do you feel? So none of us on here, obviously, other than you, did SkillBridge, right? So was SkillBridge a program that they started to push more as you were getting out? Because, I mean, if you guys got it at the same time, is that something they were starting to push? Because if you remember anything about recruiting back in the day like we did, you want to do what? Now we need you to make goal until like the last day you're in the Navy, because, that it's not an option. So did they push that now? Do they really encourage people to get into that program? Or is it still that thing where you got to make sure that, I don't know, I guess you've done the right thing, the right people, you're able to get into the program? Like, how is that to get into it? Because like you said just now, it is a great program. A lot of military people should do it, because that's the piece that we talk about on here all the time, where the military doesn't do a good job of helping you prepare to get out. They just don't. But SkillBridge, they do, because it gives you an opportunity to stress-free go work somewhere and see what it's like, right? I would guess.
Absolutely. It's a great program. So some command, they really push it. But, I've heard horror stories, people put in their chit and they got denied by their command. And even too, in my, NRD Atlanta, a lot of people got a lot of pushback. So it just depends, and it's there for the personnel to utilize. So I know that if the commanding officer deny them, then there's going to be some kickback on their end. So they're, encouraged to push that to their sailors that are getting out.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's funny though, is those same guys that deny you and push back, boy, they doing SkillBridge for a year before they get out of the Navy.
Yeah.
So Nadean, tell me a little bit. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Matt.
No, I was just gonna say, did you have to? How did that program, if you don't mind, just kind of go into SkillBridge a little bit more, if you could? Like, once you started to navigate through it, How did it work? How did you choose where you went? Did you get to choose who you got to intern with? Did you have to apply? Can you like just kind of walk people through how you navigate through that process in order to get placed where you're placed and how it kind of works? Because I do not want to shy away from that because it is a great program, but I don't think a lot of people know and understand how to use it. And we do have a lot of like active duty guys on the way getting out that do listen. So it may help them to kind of navigate that program.
Yeah, absolutely. So you basically put in your chit. It comes with instruction what you need to do, and based off of that, they give you some options with whether you want to go for the HOH or which is the Hiring Our Heroes, or they'll give you a list of different companies that you want to go with. So Hiring Our Heroes, I know, is one of the best programs, and even on LinkedIn, you could look up SkillBridge and you'll see they'll have like a lot of different options for you to do under the SkillBridge program. So Hiring Our Heroes, you send over your information to them. They'll have like a list of companies that you want to do your internship with. You get on a Zoom every day. It's like going to a 9 to 5 job, right? So you will start probably like from 8 in the morning, 8:30 until like 4:30 in the evening. So you'll get like mini breaks here and there, and they'll have like certain different companies come on a Zoom. You'll have like Progressive, you'll have Microsoft, you'll have Google, or a lot of different companies come on and talk to you about what they have to offer, and then you put in your bid, you put in which company you want, and whichever one chooses you, then you'll go with that company. So you have more than one options to choose from. So once you get that bid in, then you'll start working with that company. But the difference with the SkillBridge program, you are not getting paid because technically you're still active duty, right? So
right. Yep. I'm glad you brought that up. That's a big key. Now, does that mean you were kind of speed dating for SkillBridge? You got to talk to a whole bunch of people. They gave you your information and you're just overwhelmed at the end, but you got to talk to so many people. It kind of helped. Do you feel like, did you need to be interview prepared to do that? Or do you just need to be yourself and just share and answer the questions they gave? Because I think there's a difference there when you're on like a speed date. It's like an elevator pitch. It's a 30-second commercial. This is me. This is what I want to do. And you got to make that, I guess, impact on them, right? Or is there more to it than that?
Yeah, there's more to it. So it's basically you won't be interviewed while you're going through the SkillBridge program. So it's after the fact, like once the company chooses you and you do your internship with that company, and if they decide to keep you on, then you'll probably go into an interview. But when they started it, a lot of the companies didn't know that, hey, once they finished with the program, a lot of people think it's like an automatic hire, but needless to say, that's not the case. If they don't need anybody at the time, then you won't get get selected. So I know for me, when I did mine, I did interviews with the company, and I didn't get selected. So a lot of people, they didn't get selected. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, they were like, well, they were supposed to do it for you guys automatically, but the company didn't know because it was kind of new. So they're kind of like, hashing through it. But I think they all got it right this time. So once they finish with the SkillBridge, they will definitely get picked up to go with a company.
So is that the part of the SkillBridge then now is that if you do that program at some form or fashion, you will have a job when you retire?
Absolutely. That is the end goal. Yes.
But in your situation, it was so new. You said that like you had to go find something on your own then.
Yeah. So I did the internship with Microsoft for 3 months. And after that, then I didn't get selected because I guess they have all the people they needed at the time. So they didn't have room for an extra body for a recruiter. So once that was completed, I, interviewed for the other company, Manpower, and I started working with them.
Nice.
So so with the SkillBridge though, I guess my question would be, does it go for everybody? Is it only special rates or specific rates that can do SkillBridge, or is SkillBridge available for everybody? Right. So for like a recruiter, in Nadine's point, she was going for jobs for recruiting, right? Because that's what you were doing at your last command, or the most recent thing that you've done. But let's say for like dental tech or I don't know, bosun's mate or something like that. Is there SkillBridge for that or no?
Guy's job, information warfare or infantry.
It's for all rates. Yeah, it's for all rates. Yeah.
Okay.
For all rates. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I didn't know much about SkillBridge when I was getting it.
It's for other branches too. It's not just Navy. It's for the all the other branches as well.
Yeah, well, they purposely don't tell you a lot about that, Scott, because then that means that they still have to pay you to go work for somebody else for free. But that is a kicker, though, that people should understand. And let's be honest. Even if you didn't get guaranteed a job at a skill bridge, what you're learning to go work in that civilian company every day, also without the stress of how much money am I going to make to take home, you still have your benefits. Like, you're learning how to network in the civilian world at that point. So that skill set alone is worth not getting a job if you don't come out on the other end, because it does help you prepare to talk to people in that arena. Because what happens now is we get out, we walk in the door, they ask us a question, and we answer everything but the question they asked us, because we're still, let me tell you how great I am. And then they're like, I don't even care about that. Do you have a degree?
So here's the kicker. They want to make sure too that you have days on the books as well too. So, well, I mean, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I had days on the books too. So because when I got out, so I retired in July 31st of 2021, right? So my skill bridge was 3 months, and it was 3 months before I retired. So it wasn't like after the fact. It was 3 months before I was retired, and then I retired July, and then I took a break in August for the whole month of August, and then I started working with Manpower in September. So I only took 1 month break off before I started working. I just dived into it.
Wow. So then you did work for a little bit, and like you said, at some point that came to an end, and you were like, "All right, it's time to do something else." So talk to me how you moved into that arena, as far as, okay, did all this, did skill bridge, got a job, worked for that, and then, like, I don't know exactly what happened from the job to where you maneuver from being employed by someone to saying, all right, you know what, I'm gonna do this on my own. Tell us a little bit about that transition.
Okay, so before I retired, so back in 2019, right, when I wrote my first book, as you guys know well. I don't know if you guys know the story, but I wrote my first book in 2019 before I retired. And it's called Can a Girl Catch a Break? So basically, I had a traumatic experience where I went through a miscarriage. So, so at the time, I'm being vulnerable, right? This is what it's about. So I wrote that book in 6 days, published it in 30 days. And from there, I started. Okay, let me go back. So I was in another city, McDonough, right? So I had a friend who I was stationed with in Japan. So I actually, while I was recruiting, I was, the zone supervisor for 4 different recruiting stations. And I actually ran into her because we were really good friends on the ship, and we lost contact. I actually ran into her on the Warner Robins base at the exchange. I'm like, oh my God, girl, what you doing here? So we kind of connected again. Her husband was retired corpsman, so her husband was stationed on the Air Force base in Warner Robins. So we kind of connected and, got back in touch like it was yesterday, you know what I mean? So, so probably a few months after that, I went to my miscarriage, and she was like, girl, no, I'm gonna come get you or whatever. So I actually went to her house and stayed with her. The Navy allotted me 3 months to go through therapy, go through my things, because it was hard for me. That was my first pregnancy ever, and I lost the baby. And at the time, my boyfriend I was dating left me bleeding. Wow. There it is, vulnerable again.
Yep.
So, she was like, she kind of encouraged me, and she was like, just write down everything. You don't have to form a proper sentence. Just write down your thoughts. And I was just writing, and everything just started pouring out about relationships I've been in, things that happened with my dad growing up. And it was just like everything came pouring out, stuff from the Navy, things that I kind of locked away in the back of my head just started coming out. So I wrote the book. And I didn't even know anything about writing. The only thing I knew about writing was evals, and being in school and college.
That would not be a bestseller, by the way. Yeah. I'd be like, what's she trying to say with all these little tiny sentences?
She was like, you don't have to form a proper sentence, just write down your thoughts. And before you know it, I had like pages and pages and pages. And she had written a children's book before, so she kind of like helped me navigate it through that. And before you know it, I had a book on Amazon.
Wow.
So when that came out, I was like, okay, because while I was crying too, I was like, oh my God, can a girl catch a break? And I was just literally crying. And that's how the name of the book came out. So with that name, I'm like, that's kind of, and this was all while I was going through therapy. Every day I was going to Macon through therapy. And with that, she was like, I told her, she was like, and she even brought me to Jacksonville to like a women's group where they talk about people that, had losses and stuff. That's my really good friend. I love her. She's like a sister to me. So she really helped me through that. I'm very grateful for that. They say sometimes you have to use your pain to position your purpose.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. So from that, I was like, that's a catchphrase. Can a girl catch a break? I wanted to make t-shirts with that. I'm like, everybody need a break, men and women, they need a break. So from the t-shirt, she kind of tried to help me to create this website, and that didn't happen. And my boutique was born, Can a Girl Catch a Break Chic Boutique.
Mm-hmm.
And from that, I got introduced to another lady, which my friend still introduced me to. I went through NAMI, National Alliance for Mental Illness, because what a lot of people didn't know when I was going through that, I wanted to, unalive myself, because I was just dealing with a lot and within the Navy and all this stuff. I was going through a lot of stuff with, Atlanta here, and it was just crazy. So I went through therapy. And through that, once I was finished that, I went back to work, and I co-author on another book. I think I have it here. The Voices Behind Mental Illness. So this lady, right, her brother actually committed suicide in the army, and we did a co-author on this book with her, and then I co-authored on some other books, and then there you have it. It's history from there. I'm now have 9 books under my belt.
Wow. 9 books?
9 books.
Al ain't even never read one book. So
I may start, because she did say I don't have to form no real sentences, and I don't have to use punctuation. That's all I heard from her. Like, don't worry.
Anybody can write a book.
Anybody. I'm going to start writing. I'm writing.
Listen.
I'm writing shit out a day.
If you have a story, anybody could write a book. You know what I mean? If you have your storyline, just put it all together later on, and just write.
And my book's gonna be called "Can a Cracker Catch a Break?" That's what I'm gonna buy it off you. Can a honky get some help? You know what I'm saying? Can a honky get some help?
Golly. So 9 books now. So I'm torn. I'm like, goodness gracious. Okay, so I just want to backtrack a little bit on that. So you start jotting down your thoughts about things that you've gone through, right? So you jotting them down. So at this point, when you're jotting them down, who is it somebody that's helping you put them in order, or do you reflect back and put things in order? Like, how did that transition?
No, it just transitioned into the Word document, and then from there you just formulate everything and put everything together. And actually, all the other books I self-publish on Amazon. So if anybody want to write a book, you go to Amazon KDP. That is the website, Amazon KDP, and there's a lot of insights on there about starting your book, writing your book, putting your story out. And from that, when I did it, there wasn't any intentions about monetizing. It was just me sharing my story, right? Because I said if I at least could touch one person's life, I would be, I'm happy, and I'll be grateful for that. So in the midst of me going through my therapy, and a matter of fact, once I took a break while I was going through my therapy when I was going through my group therapy. One of my friends I was stationed with on the ship as well, she called me and she said she was in tears, and I'm like, I'm in tears, I'm still crying, and I'm like, what's going on? She wouldn't let it out. We were actually stationed on the ship together, and my friend I was staying with, that was a corpsman, we all know each other. She knew her as well. And she was like, oh my God, I didn't even know you wrote a book, Nadean. I saw it on Facebook. My son committed suicide, and you're really helping me. And I'm like, and I'm glad I was able to touch her, because with the, what she was going through as well.
Wow. That's crazy. You never know. You know what I mean? Like you said, you never know. That's deep.
Yeah.
Because you never know. Like you could write, that's why we say it all the time, but like having this podcast, having this platform, and getting different people's stories and different experiences and different breakthroughs, and those winning stories that happen through people's lives, they do motivate and help somebody else, and that's what's important. So the only bad story to me is the untold story, right? Because why hold all that stuff inside? Your story, your experience, your breakthrough will definitely help somebody else out, because sometimes people are just looking for some kind of ray of hope or some kind of ray of similarity of somebody who can understand, what I've been through and maybe give me a pathway that I never thought about to get through something. So good for you, man, for just, going through that hard time with the loss of your unborn child and being able to say, I'm going to get some help. I'm going to move on. I'm going to do this, because that did help somebody else. So, hey, bravo Zulu to you for that. And then you went on and start just from that, not even thinking about writing a book, to writing 9 books.
9 books. So I have Can a Girl Catch a Break? The Love She Never Had, because I've always think, my dad never loved me. So I wrote about that. And of course, with the unborn child, it's basically incorporating that, the love she never had. And then from there, once I went through therapy and I healed. So, a lot of people, they're out here in relationships and, they're not healed. So when you go through things, you have to, heal yourself, whether it's going through a pastor, going to, a mentor, whatever the case is. My recommendation is seeking therapy and getting the help that you need. Because once you go through therapy, then, there comes my rebirth. So I'm reborn and ready to start a new chapter in my life. And then the other one is called It Was Not You, It Was the Phoenix in You, the Rebirth. So this is where I got my rebirth.
Damn.
You got to spread your wings.
Yeah. There you go. And those are some pretty hefty looking books. It's not like a little 10 page book. My things would be real short. You know what I mean? My books would be real short.
Have a lot of pictures.
Yeah.
Drawings.
You know what I mean?
Right. And then after that, you have to, reflect, and you have to have self-love and love yourself and choose you. And then right after that, it came, I Am Choosing Me. So that's what I'm choosing me. So you gotta choose yourself. You gotta put yourself first in everything that you do. Relationships, family members, whatever the case is, you can't limit yourself. You could be there for a helping hand, but you gotta think about yourself first.
I like that. There's a couple things on that I like. I like the cover of that book, and then I like the line of that book, right? You're choosing you, or I'm choosing me thing, right? So that one, what is that one? I think I know what that book is leaning towards, but give me a little bit about what that one is. Is that more of a relationship type thing? Like, you know what? These bad guys out here, I've been through, seen them, the whole thing, but now I'm choosing me. Y'all step back, watch me do what I do. Is that kind of like woman empowerment book?
Yeah, it's basically a woman empowerment. Like the top of the book, right on here, it says, I am enough.
Okay.
I am my own peace, and I am worthy. So basically that falls into line with I am choosing me. So basically going back to what Ty had said, or was it Matt, about the affirmations before.
Yeah.
You got to affirm those things in your life, and you have to make sure that you put yourself first in whatever you do, even if you're in a relationship.
Yeah.
Whatever the case is, you got to think about yourself, and you got to make sure that you're choosing you.
So
even if you're with a 9-to-5 job, you got to make sure that you have that balance and you put yourself first.
Bam. So did it become easier over time to write the second and third and fourth, fifth, sixth and seventh and eighth and ninth book?
Right. It did. With one of the other books that I wrote, like this lady, she was in Ireland and she reached out to me, I guess, because she saw the things I was doing on Facebook. I'm like, what does this lady want? I thought it was a scam at first.
She's an Irish prince, and she needs you to send money. You have an Irish ancestor that left you a fortune. Send me your social security number.
I thought it was a scam at first, but she kind of gave me, and I kind of like Googled her and looked her up first, and and she wanted me to co-author on this book. It was during COVID or right after COVID, and it's called All Our Fears and Triumphs: Stories of COVID-19 Lockdown, volume 41. So it's 50 women that share their stories about what happened during COVID. So I'm in here somewhere. A
lot of wanting in them pages.
That's my chapter.
Bam. That's cool, man.
The COVID experience. So I'm like, she vetted me, and I'm like, okay, lady. And she sent me an email, and it was like 2 weeks or something before she responded back. And I said my story. I'm like, is this lady trying to take my story and steal it or whatever? And she kind of came back and she, incorporated everything. And there it is.
That's 50 women whose husbands did not get dinner for a couple of days. That's bullshit. They should be ashamed of themselves.
Damn. That's a cool way to put a stamp in history, though. You know what I mean? You write a book, man, and you got a stamp in history. You got something that's going to be here even when you're not here, and tell a story, and somebody from years down the line can pick it up and read it. Man, that's kind of cool. I think I got a lot of stories, but I don't know how I would put them in a book. My first book would be Shannon Sharp Sucks, and this is why. And then I would tell the story about how he treated me. And, put it out to the world, since he's still wearing his little tight pants and has all these people on his show now. He's a superstar. But I remember when you were in the Jimmys and you treated me like a scum, brother. So now when we blow up here, yeah, we're going to have a podcast thing, Mr. Sharp. And me and you going to do our thing, because now you're going to see me how I see you. And we're going to do our thing. And I'm not going to have tight-ass clothes on like you do. I'm going to have on some loose stuff from the military. And then we're going to get it in, brother. Yeah, so that's my shout out to Shannon Sharp. My first book is going to be Shannon Sharp Sucks. And this is why. So look out for it. I don't know when it's going to come out. You guys might be old and dusty before it gets there, but it's going to come out at some time, because I got a lot to get off my chest with this guy. All right, sorry about that. Get off my soapbox. Back to you, Nadean. I'm sorry.
Well, maybe that's the time to take the break right there.
Yeah, we got. Yeah, I think you're right. Sorry. Let me move south for a minute. I'm sorry. Triple Threat family. I'm sorry. I just had a moment. I'm a very Shannon Sharp for me. It's a very sensitive place. All right, so this is the Triple Threat Vet Podcast. I'm your man, DJ Roy T. We got Nadean Barton in the building with us today. And we also have Matt and Al in the same room at the same time, along with my man, Ty. And we're going to take a break. We're going to pay a couple of bills, and we're going to be right back, because we're going to get more so into the roots with our special guest, Nadean Barton. And we are happy that she's here. I'm happy that you're here, and we will be right back after these few messages.
Gear up in style wearing Got Your Six apparel. Every purchase makes a difference. It's more than just clothing, it's a statement of gratitude. Upgrade without breaking the bank. Discover cost-effective, high-quality clothing made in the USA. Each shirt is handcrafted by our team in the great state of Texas and shipped for free to your front door. Got Your Six is where quality meets purpose. We're a small veteran-owned business that takes pride in the mission and the value of our products. Join us in growing a community, supporting our heroes, veterans, and first responders by wearing a custom design.
I thought you'd never ask.
Visit sameflagsameoath.com and use the code TRIPLETHREAT for 10% off. Follow us on all social media platforms for any upcoming releases or events, and you can reach out to us with questions anytime. We are here to support our brothers and sisters.
Hey everybody, Scott Bryson here with Veteran Mortgage Solutions. Today's instant intel is around one of the most important reasons to buy a house. Now, everybody loves them a new truck, but as soon as you drive that new truck off the lot, you lose 10% in value. You buy a $50,000 truck, that's $5,000. Real estate's different. As soon as you buy it, it goes up in value. And with today's appreciation rates, if you bought a $200,000 house 10 years ago, it'd be worth at least $350,000 today. So give me a call and let me show you how easy it can be. You've got to own real estate in order to provide financial security for you and your family. It's worth fighting for.
Yep. So, Ty, you got some explaining to do. Let us know. Fill us in. Oh, he's muted. You're muted, brother. You're muted, brother.
Thanks to Big Will 1997 on TikTok for that. That's what AI thinks a day in the life of your average Marine is like. So AI's got it figured out.
Yeah,
pretty damn close too. pretty fucking spot on, I would say.
I liked how they got married at 7 a.m. and then by 1 p.m. divorced.
Yeah,
yeah, that's about right.
And calling his mom at 6 to let her know that it's over, and she don't worry about sending the gift.
Yeah, and drinking that 7 to forget about it.
Yeah, he got divorced because he bought the car he couldn't afford.
Exactly. It should have been a Dodge Charger, a Challenger, a Mustang, or Camaro.
I'm pretty sure that's what it was. They couldn't find a Dodge Charger or Challenger
a
picture.
V6 version too.
Right.
Yeah.
Or it might have been like all the crayons he ate, and she was like, "No."
The delicious red crayons.
Your boy's on there.
What's
up, Austin?
What's up, Austin? I seen
Becky. What's up, Jen Lee?
I always got to say hi to Becky. What's up, Becky?
What's up, Becky?
Yeah, and Jen is in. Jen said, "What's up? What's going on, Jen?" And you know, our girl Julie's always in the building. What's up, Julie? Can't wait for football to start again. My man Neon Dion's going to be back in the building, and my man Al Hero's going to change his shirt to a CU Buff shirt. That's what's going to happen. He's already switched over to Michael Jackson, and I think I
love Little Michael.
Yeah. All right, so we're back. We're back in the building. Triple Threat Vet boys are back, and we also have Miss Nadine's in the building. She has written 9 books, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe not all 9 whole books, but 9 books. She's a part of 9 books. I am not a part of none. I think I might start with children's book, so I could do like big pictures and just a children's book, like a good 9-page book to tell the kids to go to bed before Shannon Sharp shows up in his tight suit.
Do a children's book about how much Shannon Sharp sucks.
Yeah. Go to bed before I whoop your tight end. Yeah. Yeah.
And with that, Nadine's in the building.
Yeah, Nadine, come on back. I'm losing my mind right now. Hey, there she is. She's back. She's back, ladies and gentlemen. Butterflies at hand. All right, so
I got a quick question as we get started. So you said since December, just been solo doing what you do there. how much are you focusing on your boutique and writing now that you're not working? And do you feel like that's something you're going to do going forward full time? And that's just going to be what you do?
Well, if an opportunity presents itself, I mean, I know, as far as a part-time job or something, I'm not, I'm not gonna say no if it's the right fit. You know what I mean? So because I still have my resume out there, my LinkedIn page is still out there. So if somebody reach out to me, I'm not gonna shy away from money. But if it's a part-time gig or something that because I love recruiting. I love recruiting the civilian sector. It's more laid back, other than active duty. But if an opportunity presents itself, then I'll definitely do that. But as far as the books, if I'm compelled to write another story or if something comes up, then I'll definitely do that again. Because my last one that I dropped was Navy Girl to Boss Chick, navigating from active duty to civilian sector, and all of this I've done while I'm actually in school too, like finishing my master's. So
see, I'm not the only one that does a lot of shit. I'm just letting y'all know.
Yeah.
So I have one more class left.
Well, you know what? I know because I used to watch In Living Color, and this is not a badge by anything, but in Living Color, the Jamaicans on the Living Color, they had like 19 job, man. So how many book you wrote? 9 book, you lazy bag of goat cheese. How you want to write 9 book? When I was your age, I read 29 book.
I knew that was coming.
When I was your age, I wrote 29 book. You run around with 9 book, you lazy bag of goat cheese. Yeah, man, that used to kill me, man. That was thing.
Like in between that, I've also done low content books. So you were saying right after you came off the commercial about you wanted to, maybe consider a children's book. You can definitely do it. It's easy. I've actually done a calendar. I've done a coloring book.
Damn.
That's easy.
I need a damn coloring book. See, that's more my style right there. Hey, I get behind a coloring book.
Yeah, all the Marines are like, yay, coloring book, yay.
No, they're not. Marines are like, boo, I don't like coloring books. That means I gotta use the crayons, not eat them.
You could probably start with that. You could probably start with like the low content book. Like, I did a gratitude journal right
I'm gonna do
here.
a coloring porno. Do a coloring porno book. I'm gonna do naked people, and you're gonna color all their stuff. That's what I'm gonna make millions. Only fan coloring book.
Right. So you could do gratitude journals. Like, this is the gratitude journal, 80 ways of how you can have a positive day. Like stuff like that. And like, a low content book is like journals, like with no pages, nothing. Journals. I did this on. You could do it on Canva. It's easy. Like these books, you could do 1, 2, 3. You could have your daughter do this. This is pretty easy. Low content books, and you could do that and put it up there for people to buy.
So those books that you just grabbed and showed us, are those part of the 9, or that's
negative books?
Wow. Hey, so you're not a lazy bag of goat cheese. You actually have wrote 29 books. Man. Jeez, you're busy. So with all this stuff that you're doing, I would probably say you're still single.
No, I'm dating. I'm
okay. There you go. That's okay. So that's another job. So you fit him in between the 29 books and then your other business and the other things. You're busy.
And I'm also a travel agent as well.
Damn.
There we go. Travel agent. You give like very good free military veteran discounts?
Free
military discount. Well, I mean, if they have a deal, talk to the company, and sometimes people get 10-15% discount. Depends on what they have going on. So,
I asked for free. She said sometimes I get you 10 to 15%.
the company.
So you also help people start businesses, right?
Well, since I got out, it was actually last year. I've been with the company now for a year. Nove Money. So absolutely a part of that. If you want to start an LLC, register your business. We do that, credit repair, stuff like that. So, Wills Trust Grants, Wills Trust Grants. So if you go to novemoney.com/NJB1202, we have a slew of things slew of things within the on that website. So even if you want to be a part of the company, a matter of fact, to start up on that company to be a part of it, it's usually $350 and $99 a month. Once you get 5 people, then you don't have to pay that overhead cost for $99. They started with a Memorial Day sale for $199 instead of the $349, and it's going to be ended tomorrow at 11:59. So
Okay.
if anybody want to be a part of the company, we're more than welcome. We'll be happy to have you. Plus, we're going to Miami on the 22nd of June for all white yacht party sneaker edition. So anybody want to come along, like, let me know. I'll send you the link and let's get it on. Let's party.
All white yacht party with some sneakers on.
Sneaker edition.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm out.
Put my brightest, whitest Velcros on. Shit is about to go down. Shit is about to go down.
I was gonna wear Crocs.
I'm gonna have him Daddy New Balance on, boy.
Nice professional setting. You're gonna be partying with a lot of 6-figure, 7-figure income earners, and
I'm about to get married, bro. I'm about to find me a new wife. I'm about to find me a sugar mama. 6 figures. I'm about to find me a sugar mama.
Wow.
April, if you're watching this, I love you, but gotta make sure Daddy gotta get paid. Okay.
Bring your wife, and you guys could bring your significant
Shit, I ain't
other.
bringing her. She might find a man. I ain't bringing her. She gonna upgrade. Nadine, that shit, fuck that.
Anybody is more than welcome to join.
Oh man. So now, so you have all these. So give me what is a day in the life of Nadine. So with all this stuff that you got going on, you wake up in the morning, and then what happens? So give me a day. Give me a normal day.
Well, January I started. Every year you start with your what do you call it?
Resolution.
Yeah, your New Year's resolution. So back in January, I said, "Oh my God, I gotta," because working from home, I kind of like gained some weight. So I started religiously in the gym in January. And so I've been working out. I've been going to the gym, and then during the day, I focus on my business on my website, how to do that. And if I'm not doing that, and I'm doing homework, because like I said, I'm in school finishing up my master's, and I have one class left. So if I'm not doing that, then I'm just doing stuff around the house or on the internet.
Man, so would you consider yourself to be a homebody? I know you said that you're dating now and stuff like that. Do you have time to go out? Do you know what I mean? Like, what is your cool down period time? Like, do you get rid of your regular day about 6, 7 o'clock, and then from then you kind of like got your own time, or what?
I would say now that I'm retired, I'm more so a homebody because, partying, I kind of get rid of that unless if, I go out of town, go to Florida, visit my friends, or if my friends come in town, then we make plans to go out. But other than that, I would say typically I'm a homebody.
Okay. And if somebody wanted to get a hold of one of your 9 books, they go to Amazon and just look you up, or how could they do that?
If you go to Amazon and put in my name, or even Google, everything about my books will pop up on Google.
Bam. There you go. See, Ty's on it, man. He's the man. Which one is your favorite out of all of those?
Out of all the books?
Yep. Out of all the books, what's your favorite?
I would say book number 1, because that's where I started. That's where all this, started from. So I'd say book number 1 is, even though nothing was perfect, I didn't know anything about writing, but that's like the root of where everything started. So I have to give all my love to book number 1. So that's where everything, started. So
now when you write a book, does the author of a book, the writer of a book, do they go back and read the book themselves after it's done, or do they just be like, is it normal to be like, you know what, I said all I needed to say, put it all down, I don't need to go back and read it? Or do you actually go back and read the whole book?
I do. I did for a few of them, and especially for this one, I went back and did a couple edition on this one a few times. So, I go back and go through it. I'm like, dang, was I writing fast? Did I make a mistake? Because, I didn't, go through anybody else to kind of, do my editing and stuff. I just like do everything myself and put it out there. Because, once I'm writing and I'm putting my story out there, I'm like, it's either somebody going to read it, and if they're not, and if there's a mistake, they're like, hey, girl, did you know that, you make this mistake in your book? And, I have some of my friends I'll send it to and, have them proofread it and stuff, and they'll send it back if there's anything. So, do
you have a favorite quote or anything from any of your books? Like, do you have a favorite passage or anything that kind of like defines you in a nutshell in your book? Or like, if you were to tell somebody, hey, if you read this book, this part right here was very sentimental. Like this, if you don't even read the whole book, you need to catch this chapter, this area, this part.
Yes. So, don't get me to lying. I don't remember which book I put it in, but my favorite quote from all times, even I use this on my signature all throughout the Navy. Life is 10% of what happened to you and 90% of how you react. That's my favorite quote of all times.
Because I've
used that to navigate. Huh? What'd you say?
If you ain't first, you're last.
Right.
Ricky Bobby.
Right. So I've used that to navigate stuff while I was going through stuff in the military. And at times when people try to do shit to you and you want to snap, you kind of look back and reflect. And I'm like, if I use that 10% or that 90%, it's gonna make a big difference. So I kind of like have to take a step back because people usually try to purposely push my buttons so I could be disrespectful, so I could get written up and all that stuff. So I basically reflected and look back on my quotes, and that's what I live by.
So what's next for you? So if you were to say, going forward from here, you have your resume out, something part-time comes, you're going to do it, or you're working on your business, that's your e-commerce online, you may write some more books. Like if you were to look going into the forward from there, one, what do you feel the future holds for you? What do you feel like you're going to gravitate towards? And then alternative to that, if somebody wanted to learn how to get into what you have done, how would you tell them to approach it, basically, right? So what's the future look like? And then what advice or what tips would you give somebody to get started in what you're doing?
Well, basically for me, like I said, finishing up my master's, and my master's is in business and organizational management. And, like I said, if I'm still pursuing trying to get a 9 to 5, it's not a must right now because, I'm enjoying my retirement, but navigating and utilizing that. And I'm going to continue to write and try to help more people. And if anybody need help with writing their books, starting their books, and if I could mentor somebody on that, I'm definitely here for that, help them share. My encouragement for people is to don't be afraid to share your story, because once you stop worrying about what people think about you or say about you, then that's when you're able to share your story.
So have you thought about, or have you ever been approached with, writing 9 books, and you kind of write books, and what I've looked at from what you've given us today, you've written them in an order to where, it goes from the beginning to now, basically, right? So the next book is unwritten because the next chapter has to happen, right? Has anybody ever approached you to public speak, talk about your story, go to places where you can talk to people that may hear what you're having to say and help them get through those things? Ever been approached for something like that?
I did that with NAMI initially when I started. But as far as somebody else had brought me to wanting to do public speaking, but that's something I have to think about.
It is something, right, to get it's something to write it,
right,
and let people read it, but it's a total different thing to get up and actually go through it, and then have to go through it over and over again. You know what I mean? It's one of those, you have to be ready to do that. You have to be willing to go through that, because sometimes that means you're going to have to go through that moment over and over and over and over again. And yep, you inspire people, but now what does that mean for you? So I was just curious if anybody's ever come to ask you to do that, because right. When you lay it all out there, as you said, there's something to that not a lot of people can do,
Right. And I have people say that's my calling or whatever the case is. But, yeah, going back and, people like you rehashing the story. But, once I went through therapy and I'm healed now, I could definitely share my story, talk about my story without crying, and encourage other people to do so. Like I said, once you share your story, because once it's out there, you can't go back.
Yeah.
You can't take it back, because at that point, I didn't care about what family members said. Yeah, I've lost a lot of family members when I wrote my book because the truth came out. But I might have lost friends too, which I didn't care. I might have lost people in the military. They all blocked anyway. I don't give a damn. But the truth is out there. How it's a reflection of how you treat people. A lot of people in the military, they think they're never gonna undone their uniform, and by all means, you're gonna get out this uniform. So you treat people how you want to be treated, and your ass will end up in a book.
Right. There you go.
There you go.
I like it.
She just another Taylor Swift, but she write a book about your ass. She don't write a song. You gonna get it.
Her next book coming out. All the punk ass Master Chiefs. Be on standby. It's gonna be called Punk Ass CR. Get ready.
Oh man.
I was definitely sparing some people's feelings. Why, a lot of the things I wanted to put didn't go in there, but I was definitely sparing some people's feelings. So, there's a lot more stories to tell, but maybe at a later date.
Yeah. So Nadean, do you feel like the military, the Navy in whole, I guess, has made you? I want to say, I guess this is the right thing. Has it made you stronger, or do you feel like no matter what, you were going to come out to where you are now? Like, or do you feel like the Navy played a big part in like your confidence? Coming from Jamaica, going through New York, and the way you came in, do you give a lot of benefit to the military as far as your progression in the world, or do you feel like, just with your Jamaican history and knowing that you were destined to have 29 jobs just because you're Jamaican, you know what I mean? That really that really didn't have anything to do with it.
Well, I won't say that as far as destined to have the 29 jobs. Well, Jamaicans are also known to be hard workers, like everybody else. But, I could definitely say we're doing 24 years in the Navy. I absolutely give it all to the Navy, because if it wasn't for the military, I wouldn't be here right now. And another thing, too, is the voices of my dad who was telling me I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to, make it in the military. And he was part of the reason why I joined the Navy, to get away from him. And a lot of things I put in book number 1 was, my dad was, I'm grateful to say that, because a lot of people that I've spoken to and a lot of groups I'm in, they talk about, sexual abuse and all this stuff growing up. But I'm grateful that I never went through that. I went through physical abuse with my dad, where when I was 16, my dad chased me with a cutlass and he was very abusive, and I wrote about that. And it was just a lot of things. And he said I wasn't going to make it to the military. A lot of people didn't know that I ran track before I joined the Navy. I got like scholarships for 3 different colleges. Penn State. I ran in Penn State. I ran in Colgate women's game, and my dad was only supposed to pay for my books and my dorm, and that was it. My scholarship was paid for academically. So he was just supposed to pay for my book and my dorm. He didn't pay for that. And that's how I ended up in the Navy. I was heartbroken. I was devastated. And he was like, you're not going to make it. And he didn't want me to join. And I left home, and I went to stay with my aunt for like a year before I joined the Navy, because I tried so much to get away from my dad. And it was his voice when I was going through all the shit I did going through the Navy, and with all those people that I wanted to snap on and to persevere, it's just hearing his voice saying that you're not going to make it. And that's what got me through the military.
Wow. Damn, I want to say it, but that's dope. It's bad, but it's dope. So do you have a relationship? Have you and your dad fixed that? Do you guys have a relationship now? Or are you like, hey, I've been under your thumb. I got my own shit. I've done my own thing, and I'm done. Now look at me now, and I don't need to be under your roof. Or have you guys mended that relationship and are to a point now where it's like I've forgiven, but not forget, but we're good now?
Well, I've forgiven my dad, even before I got out. I mean, not got out. Before, I think I was in Dallas. My dad, he passed away. He had cancer. So, but I, went by his side, and on his deathbed, I was still waiting for him to apologize, and stuff like that. But I didn't want to. He was sick, so I didn't try to rehash anything with him. So, I mean, I forgave him. I had my mom prayed over him, and I prayed for him, and I forgave him for everything that he did. And hope he's at peace.
Wow. Thanks for sharing that. Didn't know that, rest in peace to Pops. But damn, Nadean, you got some deep stuff going on, man. I knew you was going to be good. I knew this was going to be great. I didn't know how great, but I knew it was going to be great.
I just can't hear through some stuff.
When you see some people on social media and you think that everything is all peaches and cream, like when I wrote my book and people are like, oh my God, girl, you look so put together. I didn't know you went through all this. Like, you never know somebody else's story.
Yeah.
You never know what somebody's going through. You know what I mean? So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not what you've been through, which is what you are, what you got through. And you got through some stuff. and you keep on pushing it. Now, look at you now. You're shining. Your skin is glowing. Your glasses is blinging. Your hair is banging. You out here, man. You doing your thing.
Got them glasses on, looking into my soul.
You got to keep them glasses on during the show. But like I said, like I tell people, you always have to use your pain to position your purpose. And that's what I did. So it doesn't matter what's going on in your life. You just have to think about, way forward, because you can't try to, and a lot of, people in the military and just in society in general, go through mental illness. Like I said, you don't know what people's going through. So you just have to sometimes when you want to snap at somebody, you just have to turn around and think and take a breather and just give somebody some grace, because you don't know what they're going through.
There you go. Yep. I think I talked about that one time. Just got to take a breath. But like, you know what? Let it pass. Let it go. Musa. And move on about your day.
Yeah, because this is a new Nadine, because, typically I would like snap at somebody. But once I went through my therapy and I healed, I kind of like know to navigate things differently.
Mm-hmm. So coming from Jamaica, I'm gonna change the dial just a little bit, because I know you got some Jamaican. I've never met a Jamaican woman that don't know how to throw down in the kitchen with some like red snapper fish, some oxtail, some stuff. What's your dish that you're like? If you were going to throw down in the kitchen and make a meal, right? You like, yeah, I'm about to kill him with this one. What's it going to be?
Well, I don't know where to start, because I could do it all.
Ooh, I need one. I need that one. I need the one. I got it. I got it here. I know it.
It's so crazy, because talk about red snapper. I just made some escabeche fish in some festival like a few days ago, and I know how to make the oxtails. I love making the oxtails and all that. So,
Ty, you ever had some oxtails, brother?
Oh yeah. I got excited when she said she could do it all. I love all kinds of Jamaican food.
You ever had some oxtails, brother?
Man. They got a place here in Pensacola. They have the best curry goat you've ever had. Curry goat, oxtail. It's the Island Cafe out here, bro. Yeah, I tear some oxtail up.
Yeah, man.
The Island Cafe, I've been there. They still have that place, or is it a new spot?
They do. No, it's still right there outside the base.
Yeah, when I went to recruiting school, we went to that place. That's the only Jamaican place they have there, right?
Yeah, it's the only one in Pensacola like that. And they have like more. They have a little bit more Caribbean vibe now to it. Like you can get other stuff, brown stew and plantains and some other stuff. But yeah, this really the only one. And then they got one that opened up out where I live in Pace and Milton. A little it's called Good Vibes Cafe. It's kind of the same thing, but it's pretty good. So, but it's like Scott said, they real Jamaican. They own the damn. It's a restaurant, a damn car detailing shop. They do your speakers. Like it's crazy as hell.
And they play dominoes in the back afterwards.
Yeah, bro. Lawn care, the whole nine. Yeah. Fishing charters and shit. Like, damn.
Yeah. So if you guys are out there listening, not only can Nadine cook in the kitchen, right? She can cut you. She can write some books. She can fix your credit. She can help you with your travel stuff. She can tell you about the military. She can tell you about breaking through some stuff. She knows about all of that. So if you're listening and you need this advice, and you women that are listening and you need that motivation, Nadine is the person that you need to call. If you're thinking about writing a book, telling your story, you got to get with her. If you need your credit fixed, you got to get with her. If you need to make you some red snapper fish with some oxtail and some curry goat with a little bit of plantain and all that stuff, she can get you there. She's a jack of all trades, a master of many at this point. And she's educated. Man, well, listen here. I'm working it. I'm working it, AD. I'm not trying to make your boyfriend mad, but I'm working it. The line's got to get up. I did that so that he can step his game up too, because the lines are gonna be blinging. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, the roster girl, she know all. She got everything. Everything. She can do everything, man. Yeah, but you can't get out of here without getting a little hot. But so you got your books out. You're doing the travel stuff. You're fixing people's credit. You're shaking and moving. You're on Instagram. You're on Facebook. You're on all these things. If somebody's looking for you, other than Facebook, where would you suggest they find you?
Well, Facebook, my name. A matter of fact, hold on. Grab it. Get your phones out real quick.
All right. Got mine right there.
Yeah, scan this QR code.
Oh, let me see.
Hello. That's the best business card app ever.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me see my thing here. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Boom. I got it. Yep. And it worked too. Boom. There she go. Yep.
All my links are on there.
Now look, you look mean in that picture. You look like you about to go get your knife and cut somebody, but they get the picture. Let me grab my coat real quick. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right. This is good stuff. So we're gonna get to a little bit of the weeds. TY, I think you know my guy. What we need to do. Nadean, are you ready? I know you know. You've been here before. You've seen it before. You know what it is. It's me and you, 1-on-1. We're gonna get this done one time for the one time. Got changed. Oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen. Real quick. All right. How to do it real fast.
Ooh,
all right.
For this one.
Shouldn't be too bad. Just gonna go do a little bit. Some of these you might have heard. Some of these you may have not. Matter of fact, I know some of these you have not. But we're gonna try to get a little bit deeper in the woods to know a little bit about you. You ready? He said, All right, so it started off like this. What is the most common assumption made about you that is completely false?
That I'm mean.
Huh?
That I'm mean. Without, people say I'm mean without getting to know me, and then after they get to know me, they're like, "Oh my God, Barton, you're mad cool," You're like, cool,
Right.
Well, you don't judge a book by its cover. Basically.
All right. So you're really not mean. That's kind of like a shell.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Get through the mean, and then, it's kind of like a jawbreaker. You got to get through the hard part, and then the soft part's in the middle. Gotcha. All right. Nadean, what is the hardest thing that you ever been through?
Other than living with my dad, I would say probably my miscarriage.
Okay. Got that one. All right. Well, what would you say is the most embarrassing moment of your life?
Most embarrassing?
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to think about that one. Oh my gosh. I don't have an answer. I mean, most embarrassing?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I would say probably not making rank when I wanted to as a DT3 because I took the test like 2011 times.
You take that test and you open up that test, you're like, damn, everybody like, I know you got it. I know you made it. You like, damn, they scored that shit wrong. I don't know what they doing. Damn, right. You try to get some buy-in, like, you know how they be doing them tests. They write them tests that you can fail it. All right. Here goes a question for you. What would you do if money didn't exist?
Well, if money didn't exist, I mean, because a lot of things right now are driven by money, but if you're not thinking about money, you just think to do things to help people. I mean, if you're doing something without the hustle, then you're doing it to help people. So that's the only thing I could think of. If money didn't exist, you just replace it with love, and if everybody could love each other, then that's what it is.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, here you go. Would you rather be happy yourself, or would you rather have everyone around you be happy?
I think if everyone around me is happy, then that will make me happy, ultimately.
Okay. So you get self-fulfillment off of everybody else being happy.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
I mean, going back to, you have to, choose you, but at the same time, you have to help other people as well. So, if everybody around me is not happy and I'm walking into that, then I'm not going to be happy. I'm going to be miserable. And, I'd rather everybody around me is happy because I don't want negative energy around me.
Gotcha. All right. Nadean, when is the last time that you cried and why?
I think my sister and my brother died last year.
God, that's tough.
And I think this year the anniversary actually.
Right.
April, yeah, the anniversary of both of them.
Wow. We'll touch on that when we come out of this, but we'll get to that. Light it up a little bit. I need you to give me your top 5 female MCs of all time. Can be however you want to give it to them. I need your top 5 female MCs of all time. You don't even have to put them in order.
I'm not even big on rap and MCs. Like, oh my God, can I get another question?
No. Just give me the ones that you know. They could even be Jamaican MCs. I know they got Patra. You got to give me somebody because I know you like music and I know you be rocking out. So I just need to hear them.
My top female MCs. Queen Latifah. I like Queen Latifah.
Okay.
They have to be MCs. They can't be singers like Lauryn Hill.
Lauryn Hill's an MC and a singer, so she fits both of those.
Yeah,
Lauryn Hill's in the top. She's the top for me.
I'm old school. Yeah, I love Lauryn Hill.
Yep.
Lauryn Hill, Queen Latifah, MC Light.
There you go.
Crap. Who else? I don't know. I'm drawing a blank right here. Jeez.
You kind of favor Foxy Brown a little bit. Little Kim, I don't know if you out of those two, which one you like better.
I like Foxy over Little Kim.
Okay. You got two.
And I don't know.
You got Queen Latifah, Lauryn Hill, Foxy Brown. You got 2 more. 2 more that you would listen to.
I gave you 4.
What was the other one?
MC Light.
MC Light. You forgot that. Like, don't be trying to.
Hold on. Queen Latifah, Lauryn Hill, MC Light, Foxy Brown. One more.
And I would say
Cardi B.
I mean, she's not doing it, but Lady Star. But Lady Star is a Jamaican artist.
Okay, all right, I'll take that one. Lady Star.
She's not doing that anymore. But I used to like Lady Star.
Okay, I'll take that. Thank you, Ty, for coming in. I appreciate you, brother. Keeping me honest.
I got my back because you trying to short me. You trying to short me like them damn Monopoly.
All right. So I'm not going to short you on this one because we all want to know. In your opinion, who's better? Prince or Michael Jackson? And why?
Ooh, I like Michael Jackson.
You knock me off of my feet now, baby.
Yeah, there you go. I like that. All right. I'm smiling. Hey, Al, I'm with you, bro. I know you're in the background. I'm smiling. We got another one. We got another mic.
Now we got another. What is this?
I love both of them, but Michael Jackson top it all. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Michael Jackson's all around the world, all around. There you go. All right, where I'm at. Okay, here I got 2 more. Got two more. What is the scariest experience of your life?
Scariest?
Yep. When you were the most scared.
Again, my miscarriage.
Okay.
Go back to that, yeah.
Yeah. So with that miscarriage, it sounds like that miscarriage is pretty bad as far as like not only with the loss of the baby's possibility that your life was in danger as well, right?
It wasn't life threatening for me, but I was scared because that was my first,
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. All right. And the last one. I don't know if you've ever been on a podcast before. This may be your first. I don't know if it is or if it's not. But hanging with the fellas and at the Triple Threat Bet podcast, where would you rate our podcast and why?
I'll give you guys a 10 because I mean you guys are open. You guys are giving people the opportunity to share their stories and come on this platform, whether it's good, bad, indifferent. So I think you guys are really doing a good job with like giving people the opportunity to come on here and just navigate life even when they're scared or even though they don't want to do it or whatever the case is. But this is an opportunity for people to just let loose and open up and be vulnerable.
There you go. And one bonus one. What is one thing that you want the world to know about you that they don't know about you?
Ooh, I don't know that I'm usually shy and I don't like to be on video, whether you believe it or not.
Wow, well, you doing a good job. Did a good job. See, that wasn't too tough. I mean, maybe you think you didn't know where they was coming from, but you did good.
We were just sitting in here, and I just told Al, I was like, man, she did a good job today. I said, Al, she was scared as hell to come on here. She's on here acting like she got her own damn podcast.
Yeah, there you go.
Y'all know I don't like to be on video. Everybody's like, oh no, girl, you take them pictures all the time. You like to actually those little video clips that I made on TikTok or whatever, like my friends forced me, like, they're like, girl, you gotta go out there, you gotta put yourself out there, you gotta make those videos. I'm like, yeah. But it's called about vulnerability, getting out of your comfort zone. And
there you go.
Yeah.
And you did a really good job with it. I didn't want to go too deep into the stuff that you've been through, but when you volunteer, that kind of stuff is, to me, that was refreshing to know that you felt comfortable enough to give that. And I did want to give you a shout out for that, because a lot of times when people are going through stuff and going through their things, they hold it in. But when you release it and let it go, and you're okay with the fact that you let it go, then boom, you good. Because at the end of the day, it's out there, and people going to do whatever they're going to do with it. We don't have any control of that. But exactly. You know what? When you're able to be, boom, right up front with reality and with life and what things are happening, that's when the breakthrough comes through. And I just appreciate you just being honest with it and just saying, hey, letting stuff go off the way you did, and boom, here we are.
And it goes back to about, vulnerability and, sharing your story. And like I said initially, once you don't give a damn about what people think about you, you'll be able to share your story with the world and therefore help somebody else with their story. Like, I didn't touch on this, but one of my other book I co-authored on is called There Is No Help Without Mental Illness. The anthology talk about, sharing your story and no silence, no shame, no stigma, no suicide. So maybe sometimes, somebody could be watching this and they're going through some things and they want to, unalive themselves. And this story could, give them a new light on life. And if I could at least help one person with my story, then that's what I'm here for.
Absolutely. I love it. Well, I think that you should keep on being on screen, being live, because you're easy on the eyes. You're very well spoken. You know what I mean? You're a bright person. And I think that you need to be seen. So don't shy away from that. You know what I mean? I see you on Facebook and you put your stuff out there, but don't shy away from that, man. You got a beautiful smile. You got a very beautiful aura about yourself. You know what I mean? You don't come off as arrogant or come off like, don't talk to me, I'm too good for anybody. It's just that you're doing a lot of things. You're out there working. You're showing the world that you can work. You've been through some adversity. You carried on, and you're still moving, and you're looking for the next hill. Like they said, the top of one mountain is the bottom of another one, right? And you just keep on hurling mountains. So keep on doing your thing, man. I appreciate it. We are super thankful that you came on the podcast with us and shared all the stuff that you shared and showed people that they need to get their ass up and go to work and write some books. I'm going to do a 5-page book.
And actually, when I retired too, I used to do body butters, but I kind of gave it a break and I need to start it over again. So
there you go. Hey, Al, there you go. Body butters by Al Hero.
Body butters by Al. You smell like success or wet cigarette butts and regret.
Also, I forgot that. Oh my God, I forgot that I have my skincare line on Amazon. Catch a break.
The girl Catch a Break skincare.
CAB skincare, like turmeric, the scrub, the wash, everything. I forgot about that. I just remembered.
See, that's what happens, man. As you're making, that's another 20. That's 30 job, man. Jeez, weird, man. You just keep on shaking and moving, keep on doing stuff. That's what it's all about, man. That's what's up. Ty, you've been kind of quiet tonight, man. You have anything that you want to ask Nadean?
Yeah, we were talking a little bit before the show. I'm real interested in people that serve their nation, come out and then have just a myriad of other things that they do. Like I'm looking at her Facebook with her link tree and everything. there's everything in here. Like, of course, she went to school. She's working on her master's right now. That is awesome. She's got Pinterest page, canagirlcatchabreak.net. I've tried to put all this stuff into the chat, but I really appreciate your hustle. I mean, I told you that before we even got on. I appreciate all that you've done, and I appreciate you coming on and sharing your story. I think it's going to help a lot of people.
Absolutely. And I also have a blog page, canagirlcatchabreak.com. So I know Facebook, and I think I was touching a little bit with you on that, Scott. So Facebook, but it's because, the name Can a Girl Catch a Break, they kind of flag that. So they say it's community guidelines, but because, I guess they don't, when they first gave me the message, I read it and it's some BS. But anyway, so it's canagirlcatchabreak.com. It's my blog page, and I started blogging again on different topics. And I think my first one was initially when I went through my miscarriage. I wrote about that, and I wrote about some other things and some other topics that are on there. But I'm definitely going to continue writing the blogs, and if you guys or anybody, have a specific topics you guys want me to write about, just let me know and just keep me busy.
We're definitely going to be in touch for sure. Yeah. Absolutely, because you got so much stuff. You're going to help me in a whole lot of ways. So we're going to be talking a lot.
Yeah, you were saying something about being a realtor. So if you guys know any other realtors out there that's want to come in on this business with the Nove money, because our top recruiter in the company, he's a realtor and he's killing the game, and we're looking for more realtors to join us, and a lot of our 6 and 7 income earners in the realtors.
There you go, Matt.
Ready? I come in and break his damn heart.
And Becky, yeah.
And who am I gonna see in Miami in June 22nd? Who's going out?
Miami, for sure. Al's going to be there. Because he's got to go on Amazon and get his what you call them, the
white Velcro.
Yeah, the white Velcro.
White Velcro.
Sure. I gotta look at
white gators, Velcro.
For the yacht party is noveuniversity.com. So noveuniversity.com. So if you want your tickets,
let me check my date to see what I have on. You said is what day is that on?
June 22nd and 23rd.
Oh yeah.
That's this month.
Love them crayons.
June.
I have to see. I'm gonna look into that. We'll be talking.
Looking that up. I just want to tell you too. Thank you for coming on. I know you've said that before. I'm proud of you. You did a good job. And so, from the perspective of where you're at and what you're doing, you do have a lot of a story to tell. And you're doing it through blogs, you're doing it through all the other ventures you're in. I would encourage you to look at doing it in something like this. Like somebody that has something to say as much as you do should continue to keep, spreading that to be able to help and talk to people. So keep doing it. Like you did great. You should really consider doing it more often.
Yeah. And we talked earlier. I'll help. Whatever you need, man. I need to get some
wear them glasses, Nadean. Don't wear them glasses. You don't want to look into a light too bright. You're gonna burn your eyeballs, burn your damn retinas out.
And these are not even prescribed, because that is the one who have been wearing these dang glasses the whole time. So you better keep them glasses.
I just wanted to see if you'd do it, and you did. You
didn't have to do it. I did it just for you, man, because I know you the longest, so I did it just for you.
There you go. I'm talking about. Oh, that's called influencing 101.
Oh my God.
Manipulation. That's what it is.
Not really.
Well, I know that you're an hour ahead of us, Nadean. So it's probably getting late in the hours of where you are, and I want to be considerate of your time. But again, from the bottom of our heart, we thank you for jumping on with us, and I wish you well and much blessings and much prosperity and finance and income and success and all the stuff that you're doing. If you write another 9 books, maybe I might get a page. I'll tell you the story about Shannon Sharp. You can throw it in your book. I don't think anybody would read my book right now. I'm gonna have to come up with a rap or something like. I'm gonna have to give me some big chains and rap it in order for people to watch it. If I put in the book, ain't nobody gonna read that shit. Al won't read it. Matt won't read it. Ty is not gonna read it. Nobody's gonna read it.
Audio book.
I'll listen to that shit.
The strangers.
Yeah. I had to do an audio book because I need to get this out, man.
And my first book is on audio too. I have I think 2 or 3 books that are on audio as well. So.
Oh, okay,
good.
That'll work.
I didn't want to lie to you. Be like, I'm gonna read your shit. I won't. I'll listen the hell out of it though.
Any last shout outs? Anything that you want to get to anybody before we get out?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate what you guys are doing. Like I said before, this is a great platform, and just keep on doing what you guys are doing, man. Just keep shining and giving people the opportunity to share their stories.
I appreciate you. Yeah. I appreciate it. Well, thank you. Yeah. And we hope to have you come back. I'll be looking for your next ventures because I know they're going to be there. And like I said, we're going to be in communication, even if it's through Monopoly, because I've seen you've been hitting my properties lately. So even if it's through Monopoly on the phone, we'll be in touch. But you've been hitting me up, so just know that I'm coming.
We're not even going to talk about that Monopoly.
I think Matt gave up on it, man. I don't think Matt. I think Matt.
Matt hit my property too, Matt. So I'll be seeing you. Don't think I don't be noticing.
Listen, I'm pretty busy, so whenever I get a chance to look at it, I look at it, run around for a minute. I'm only trying to see if I can get through a level in the time I'm looking at it, and if I can't, I'm like, damn, I'm about to lose all this money and all this. And I don't care. I don't care. I just think it's funny that Scott will text you at like 12:30 talking about you need to go to bed because you know that I'm always up and I want to do your shit. I'm like, dang, that's dude. Right. Whew.
Yeah. When I get the notification that somebody hits my property, I'm up. I'm going up. We're going. This is game time.
His phone notification is they got your ass. He's like, no, they didn't.
That's right. Didn't. All right, Nadean. Well, we're going to get you out. I know it's late where you are, but again, like I said, we appreciate you and thank you for coming on with us tonight.
And thank you guys so much for having me.
All right.
Absolutely. We'll see you later, Nadean. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
All right. Hi, fellas.
Nadean Barton.
Look, Al looks like he's needed. Y'all not in the room with the little twin beds, right? You do got your own room, right, Al? I'm just checking.
No, we had to share a room. Hey, they tied on money.
We're cuddling.
They tied on money. I'm the big spoon, though. I think that was the point how much I weigh, but that's cool, though. I appreciate it.
I'm snuggling with Big Daddy.
That's crazy. Nadine's great, man. I didn't know she did all of that stuff. That's a lot, man. You talk about somebody that's busy working. I feel like a bum right now, man. I don't have no job. She got all them damn jobs and doing all that stuff. I need to get busy. Well, yeah, Matt. I thought you were the busiest person in America, but I think y'all are like this.
Yeah, y'all pretty close.
Yeah.
Nah, she forgot about jobs and businesses she runs, bro. Like, I ain't forgot about the shit I do. She does so much shit. That's busy, dude. She's probably gonna go in today and be like, damn, I made like $10,000 on skincare products I forgot about.
Yeah. Now, that's gonna be nice. Well, I guess if you put it out there, then it could. Yeah. All right. Well, again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Triple Threat Vet Podcast. It's your man, DJ World T. We've been live in the building with our friend, Nadean Barton. A very busy lady doing great things in the world. Hope you guys are doing great things also. Hope you guys come back next week and the week after that and the week after that because we love having you in. We love doing this for you guys. My thought for today is just be great. Even if you don't feel great, just know that you're great. Wake up tomorrow and be more great. That's all I got for you. I'm going to bring my guys in before we get out of here so they have the last words. I see my man Al and Matt snuggled up. Brothers have got together. It's a beautiful thing. So I guess I'm going to give it to both of you guys, and you guys can kind of like, I don't know who wants to go first or go, you do what you want to do with that. But we're going to bring my man Matt and Al up.
We'll give it to Matt. I'm good. I got nothing. We'll give it to Matt tonight, but I love everybody up there.
Yeah. Only thing for me is at Got Your Six, we just released a new shirt. I just really want everybody to go check out because we've highlighted Camp Hope in Houston on the show before, and we've just released a shirt that we're going to use. It's on the screen right now with a QR code that Becky worked hard on this design, and when she made it and we went and toured Camp Hope, it was like a natural fit this design should go with them. And so this is this is a little bit different than a co-brand because it's just our brand, but this shirt and its meaning is going to give back to Camp Hope. When you buy this one, every quarter, 25% goes to them to be able to help them get vets through the program and help them graduate and get back on their feet. So I encourage everybody to go check it out.
Man, that shirt is dope as hell, bro.
Yeah, thank you, Becky.
Becky, that shirt right there, that's fire. That's fire. I like that. Yes, sir.
That's just average at best, Becky. I could have done better. I mean, that artwork ain't making the fridge. I'm just saying.
All right. My man, T.Y., the tech guy. Wax poetic with me one time, brother.
I had a great getaway this weekend with Berto and Timmy George. It was a lot of fun to get away, talk about the old times. Kind of, he's a licensed clinical social worker, so I was trying to get that free therapy all weekend. It's great to be able to talk about things, kind of unwind, unpack some things, and then come back here and attack, work and life with my buddies here. So I look forward to this Thursday every week, and I look forward to making the show as we go on further. It's a year into this game for us. We're going to make some changes after, our year show, try to make this show better and trying to do things better for year 2.
There you go. My man. Appreciate that. Special shout goes out to my son, BJ. He checked into Austin Peay University this weekend. I got to see my son check in, get his room together, and start his college career. You talk about proud dad. Super proud dad. BJ, give him hell out there this year. We're going to be rooting for you. I know you're going to do great things. Shouts out to my other 2 boys that came back with me to spend the summer. We'll have a good time. Shouts out to my wife, all my family, everybody who watches, and all you guys out there who tune in to the Triple Threat Vet Podcast. We love you. We appreciate you. Make sure you tell your friends, tell your neighbors. You guys like, follow, and subscribe, and all that good stuff. And we will see you again next week. Same time, same channel. You know how we do. Peace.